Hello and welcome back to Coating Gaming. We are back on Football Manager 20 for another episode number 9 I believe, of our 1860 Munich series. We are in Season 2 of this playthrough. As you can see, there are a few names in the league. First off, first position, these guys. Gruther Firth, SPV GG Gruther Firth. They've come down. Aachen as well. Cottbus. There's quite a few names. Obviously, there's 2 teams that drop down. Potentially 3 teams that drop down from Bundesliga 2, and then there's 4 teams that come up from the different amateur divisions of the German league. Our finances are looking quite nice. 5.795 million balance, and yeah, we've had a weird pre-season, as I'll show you in a second. But let's just have a look at the league table and the season preview. As you can see, we're expected to finish 7th, so we haven't improved that much. But obviously, some of the teams that came back, there's only 2 teams that came down in the end, although there's apparently only 3 teams that came up. No idea how that's happened. But yeah, Gruther Firth and Osnabrück came down from the Bundesliga 2. And Aachen, Cottbus and Butchbatch, Butchbatch apparently, okay, came down. This is the Media Dream 11 highlight star player. Not anyone that we have, apart from on the key players list. On the bench, I guess, we have got Dressel on the list. Have we got anyone else? Yes, we've got F9 on that list as well. And that is it currently. So let me run through some transfers with you. So as you can see, let's start with the outs. So we had Philip Grethlin go to Osnabrück, who we just found out got promoted. He wasn't a player that's ever going to play for us, so we got rid of him for £400. We got rid of Antonio Trogranic to Hallescher for 5.5 thousand, could raise to 7.25. We got rid of Aaron Berzel to Kaiserslautern for 20 grand. Christian Bonlane to Duisburg for 30 grand. Noel Neinman to Allen, apparently, for 43.5 grand. Philip Steinhardt for 45. Marcus Zereis for 55. Now, his 3 are the big ones. We got rid of Daniel Vine to Magdeburg for 125,000. Quirin Moll for Dynamo Dresden for 200,000. And then, annoyingly, Sebastian for 400,000. It was his release clause, which is gutting because he is a very, very good player. And we have been pretty much unable to replace him, which is a bit gutting. As you can see by the ins now, a lot of these were transfers already arranged. So we got Jordan Houghton, 3.5 star deep line playmaker, who is going to be our second choice behind Erdmann, who quite a good player for most 3 Liga sides. We got Yusuf Ben Ali, who is a inside forward on the left side, 3-star current ability, 4.5 star potential, 25-year-old, probably not going to reach that potential now. But he is a good backup or potentially first choice on that side, depending on what comes into it. We got Maida Talal, who's an attacking midfielder, 3-star current, 4.5 star potential. Antonio Batiste, 3-star defender, 3.5 star potential, 25-year-old French guy. Again, probably not going to get that potential. But he has scored quite a lot of headers in the pre-season. He's a ball-playing defender as well, which is something that we've switched up to as well, as you will now find out from Sam Hughes, another centre defender. He can play ball-playing defender, and he will be. So he's 3.5 star, potential to be 4.5 star. First of our English contingent. We've got a couple of English players now. Very good player. Good player for most 3 Liga sides. He is by far our best defender. We've got Owen Mize from Monaco, who is another inverted winger, 2.5 star current, 4.5 star potential, 21-year-old. He might get to that potential. He's going to be backup currently, but potentially if injuries come into it, he might have to step up. We've got Michel Roca from Sampdoria, one of the new Italian people in the middle of our midfield. He's a Carolero, deep line playmaker, central midfielder, any of those. He is 3.5-star current, 4-star potential, 24 years old, so decent. Potential to be a Bundesliga 2 central midfielder in the future and good player for most of 3 Liga sides. Our midfield is looking quite nice currently. We have Johan Etienne from Monaco on a loan deal. We've got him back on another year loan. His contract does run out at the end of the season with Monaco. There's no clauses for him to be extended, so if he wants to come on a permanent basis, we can bring him in. He's 23, he's 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, well-rounded player. I like him very much. Where is he? Good player for most 3 Liga sides. Fair enough. His wage demands and estimated cost are positives apparently. But he's going to be on a free if we can do it in January. And then we also have Fabian Geminier. However you pronounce this Austrian guy. He is basically defensive cover on both sides. He's either a wing-back this side or an inverted wing-back that side. I suppose you could do complete wing-back on both sides. He can play pretty much everywhere. He's just cover for everything really. He's 2.5-star current ability, 3-star potential. He's not going to feature for us that often, but if we need him, he can be the cover for quite a lot of our players. And if we go on to the schedule now, you'll see why our pre-season has been a bit weird. Now, this 3rd division in Germany starts the season on the 18th of July. That's the 18th of July. So we've had 3 games in quick succession, 3 games in 5 days to try and get some fitness and some sharpness into our players. We've won all 3 of them, to be fair, against Innsbruck, PSG 2, and then whoever these guys are. I won't even be able to pronounce that Croatian name. We've consistently stopped scoring 1 more goal, which means that this is going to be a 0-0 against Grosspach. But yeah, as you can have a look at our tactics now, this is what is going to be pretty much, barring some different things. Oh, actually, barring these. So I'm potentially getting in 3 players. Right, so I'm potentially getting in Tempelman, 21-year-old, who, as you can see from the kit, actually has our kit on because he did come through our youth system. He went to Freiburg in the Bundesliga, but has since just been released by them. And he is potentially our 4th best centre midfielder, which would play quite well. He is a central midfielder on support, so not a position we normally use, but potential to be just like the backup. We have also got Christopher Quiring, I believe that's how it's pronounced. He's a winger on the right side. Potentially, he's definitely 3-star, potentially 3.5. He is 29, so he's quite old compared to it. But if he is 3.5-star, he's a whole star rating above the next best person on this side, which is not Grealiga. Or at least I hope it's not Grealiga. I'm pretty sure it's Johan. If we have a look here. Yes, Johan. Although, no, there. Yeah, so we've got 2.5 is our best on this side. We have got a lot of youth talents that are coming through as well. So potentially going to have some change in the width if they're not performing well enough. And then we've also got Robin Meisner, who is a striker, 20-year-old German striker. He's an advanced forward, potentially 3.5-star with the potential ability of 5-star if everything goes well. He's currently operating at 3 Liga level, could improve a lot in the future, and he could slot in right behind Steiniger as our second choice striker, which we didn't really have last season, or at least not one that played in the same sort of role as our current forward. So yeah, the team is as follows. We've got Bonman in goal. We've got Etienne, Hughes and Batiste. Hughes and Batiste playing as the ball-playing defenders now, and Schultz rounding out the wing-back on the right side. Erdmann in the defensive midfield position with Efkan and Dressel. 3 midfielders are exactly the same, in the exact same position they were playing. And then we've got Grealiger and Johan on the wings, since we released both Ivan and Lex. And we've got Steiniger up front. That's another thing. If we look at released players, we got rid of quite a lot of them. So we're looking at all these ones that were on 30th. You've got Ivo, Gebhardt, Paul, that guy, Lex, Hiller, Heigl, Duranzo, Wilch, Karger, Kinsvatter, and all them. He is now a manager. Ivo has officially retired. How about Lex? Did Lex become... He's available on a free transfer. Did he have any staff attributes? He did. He's pretty piss poor as a scout. And Marco Hiller is another one that we might want to... I'm going to offer him a trial, actually, because Marco Hiller was one of the players that we did release, but I might have to bring him back as a goalkeeping cover, because I wasn't anticipating Sebastian being sold, but he had a 400,000 release clause in his contract. He wouldn't up his contract. He wouldn't sign a new contract, and every team that you could think of came in for him. So it's a bit annoying that he left, but we'll have to make do at this current moment in time. But Bonman's in goal. So is it Hendrik Bonman? Hopefully he will be able to deputise quite well. A little bit older, not as good current ability, but we do need to strengthen that part of the pitch quite drastically. The parts of the pitch that I would like to strengthen in this coming season are the two wing backs, or potentially just one wing back. Schultz is getting quite old, and the two wingers. We don't really have standout wingers there, so they might not actually do very well for us. But let's get into the game. This is the one game we're going to play today, seeing as we've had a little bit of a transfer recap, and hopefully we can go through with a win. They are predicted to finish in I think it was 14th position or something. If we have a look, it's actually a 14th position, so we should. We should comfortably beat them, but it doesn't take into account Bayern 2 and Werder Bremen 2, who got promoted. Okay. So potentially if those two finish first and second, it goes down to third, fourth and fifth go up. I don't expect that to happen, but that's interesting because they don't come up on the preview. Okay. This could be interesting. Who's the top striker to buy? Oh, hello. Hello. Can we loan anyone? No. Okay, well, fair enough. They are our rivals, but yeah, let's get into this game. Let's hopefully start with a win. People don't have. No, not two. Let's give him number 3. I don't know who this guy is. He's right. 25, and who's that? Him. He can be 19. Alright, let's submit those numbers now. I haven't really been doing numbers just yet, because it doesn't really seem to be a team that is mine, hence why we've got 34, 36, 30, 20 in our starting 11. I might have a look at the numbers and adjust them accordingly when the transfer window closes. I don't know what to expect from this result. I'm hoping they are playing the exact same formation, so I'm hoping that we can do something here. But our players' sharpness isn't that very good because we didn't have a proper pre-season. With favourites, assertively say, I want to see a good performance from you today. And let's see what we can do. Hopefully we can start off by scoring some goals, which is what we failed to do at the end of last season. But that is a rash challenge on Grealiger on the far side, and potentially to be the first chance of the game with Etienne to whip the ball in. It goes towards the back post, and it's just wide by Dressel. That was a nice bit of play there from us. We are quite dangerous from the free kicks, which is something that it's never really happened in a Football Manager game for me, being like good at free kicks and corners and sort of set pieces. But if that wants to be the thing this season, then I'll take it. As Grealish goes running towards the box here, passes back to Etienne. Can he find a cross from deep? He goes to Dressel, back to Etienne, and now he's inside the box. What can he do here? He goes far post to Johan, and he gets his first goal of the season. And it is the perfect start. 11 minutes gone, and we are 1-0 up against Grosserspach. That was nice play from us. Dressel and Etienne combining well, and then a deep cross from Etienne finds Johan at the back post, and he just squeezes it past the goalkeeper as we move up to third position, apparently. I am aiming for playoff potentially this season. That's my personal goal. The board want a top half finish again, and then next season to try and fight for promotion. So if we can fight for promotion this season, then that would be great. Johan is struggling a bit, as is some of our players. They are actually going to have to play the game with a little bit of tiredness towards the end. So maybe, hopefully, if we can get another one just to sort of calm us down a bit. But it does look like we're going to go to half-time 1-0. But there is a chance before half-time. Etienne whips the ball in. Hughes headers just over the bar. It's unfortunate that, as we do enter half-time at 1-0 up. I'm going to say don't get complacent out there. I'm going to passionately say. No, okay. He looks stressed even more. Right, Johan did get the goal, but he's currently only on a 7 rating because he hasn't really done much since. But hopefully with these ball-playing defenders, we might be a little bit better playing out from the back. As in the last season, we scored no goal from our so-called ball-playing defender. But Grealish has just made it 2-0 from the kickoff of the second half. I didn't even realise it was carrying on into a highlight. I thought it was just the kickoff highlight was going to happen. But that was a nice place from Johan there. Passes the ball into the side after a little dribble to Dressel, who goes wide to F-Can into Grealish. Takes one touch and goes for the long shot and does make it 2. I'm going to praise him again. There you go. They are all fired up. If we can score quite a few goals here, this will be nice. But we need to make sure we are defending well enough. Hughes is getting involved from the middle of our back line, and we are on the attack again. Johan this side. We've got Schultz making the overlap, who he does find, but a little behind him. Johan's going forward again. Can he cross it in the box? Back to Schultz. Anyone going to cross? It finds F-Can, and the keeper Rule makes a save. Highlights are coming thick and fast as we keep winning the ball back and looking to attack straight away. As Johan are on this far side, inside to Dressel, back to Johan. Schultz has made a lovely overlap, but we haven't found him. We have now with Dressel. It's a little bit overhit. Dressel now picks the ball back up inside the box. Grealish again for his second of the season and his second of the game. Dressel this time finding the assist. And things are going brilliantly. As we have got a bit of complacency out there. So we're going to need to keep our eye on that. We might start looking to see if we can rest some players, get some players into the team that need some sharpness, and we'll give our regulars a little bit of rest. But they have done a ball over the top, and it's 3-1. We can't rest too much now, as I'm going to shout at them to concentrate, because this was annoying, that one. I was toying with having a lower defensive line, but our defenders are much faster this season, so I thought it might not be a problem. Johan is looking a bit tired. We've got the debutant, Heimer, who can't really play there, but I will play him there just to get his tactical familiarity up. He is a 17-year-old youth prospect, came through our youth team last season. We'll get him on the ball. Who else is? Etienne's looking a bit tired. We bring on Grimmin. Get him. Let's just... I can't pronounce that last name. Let's bring on Fabian. That's one name I can pronounce. We'll do 2 changes just there. Let's not try and disrupt the team that much. We brought off 2 players which were having a brilliant game, to be fair. Just looking a bit tired. So we have the ball again. Can we make it 4? As they do a pass back to their keeper, and their keeper Rule has the ball now. But he kicks it straight into Steininger. I knew that was going to happen. As soon as he just faffed and didn't look like he was going to kick the ball straight away, I knew that was going to happen. It always happens on Football Manager. Raw just kicks it straight into Steininger. Nothing doing then. He wasn't trying to block it. And it is 4. That is great, as we've got another free kick Afghan to take on this near side. He goes for it looks like. And we might need to make another change now. Drezel Afghan in the middle is looking a bit bad. So let's bring on Rocker, who plays where better. We'll bring Rocker into the deep line playmaker and Drezel as the Mazzala on attack, as we get another debutant on the pitch. But yeah, I feel like we strengthened the midfield a lot. We already had 3 4-star players, but we added another couple that were in and around there, which is a very good thing to do. We just need to strengthen the rest of the pitch now. Defence, centre back, I think we are good for, as they get a red card. And I'm going to slow things down here. We'll waste a bit of time. But the width, the wingers on our team need looking at. They might come good at the end of the season, because obviously they're still young, still developing. Steininger picks up the ball. Rocker now to Fabian. As Drezel picks it up again, Fabian gets it. He lofts the ball in. Heimer picks the ball up. Can he make his... My lord. Helmut Heimer scores on his debut as a 17-year-old. I didn't actually look to see what our youngest goal scorer was, but that could potentially be our youngest goal scorer here. We'll drop back to defensive now. We don't need to attack as much as we did for the whole of the game there, but this is going to be incredible. 5-1 winners. This is exactly what we needed. We had a bit of an issue with sharpness and fitness, but that is amazing. Grealish gets a double. Couldn't quite finish his hat-trick, but that was incredible. It was an amazing game. If we can play like that the entire season, then we'll win pretty much. We do go top. There's potential for us to be knocked off first position, but because of our goal difference, we go top for the moment. That is a cracking start. I am going to do the same 3 games and then 2 games. Apart from we've got Stuttgart as a friendly there. So we'll play all the way up to Stuttgart as the friendly. We'll do Cottbus and Osnabrück, the 2 new teams in the league. We'll get them done home and away there. And hopefully we can have all wins. All wins would be great. But thank you guys for watching. If you have enjoyed the episode, make sure you click that like button, comment and subscribe. If you do end up subscribing, make sure you click that notification bell to stay up to date with everything on the channel. But until next time, goodbye.